2023 season. Hi, everybody. Alongside Paul Carcaterra, I'm Jay Alter. We'll be joined by Dana Boyle on the sideline in just a moment. I think early season, again, we're just in the infancy of this 2023 season. Woods is the storyline. Not many teams thought they would be undefeated, but here they are.
They are, and they're playing really solid ball from end to end, from Jack Kelly in the cage down to Ryder Garnsey on the attack. For me, though, the big surprise is the Whipsnakes. They've been the standard in this league in the regular season. Last year in 2022, they had the best record in the PLL at 9-1. They're 0-2. They've lost both games by 1 goal. They are close, but today is the day Jim Stagnita and this team need to turn it around.
Petey LaSala, the rookie from Virginia. This is a tall task for him going against T.D. Erlin.
Yeah, Petey last week was 39% against the Atlas. Mind you, he's going against Trevor Baptiste. But TD is one of the top face-off specialists in the world. We'll be representing Team USA in San Diego next week, along with Trevor Baptiste. So LaSala has his work cut out for him. The good thing about LaSala, he's a scrapper, a very good, strong athlete who can extend face-offs.
It's the Whips that start with possession. How about a 2 to get things started? Rings off the pipe, inches away.
That was gas. 109 miles an hour. That's Big Mike. That's what Jim Stagnita was referring to on the wings. Big Mike can bring heat.
Talking with the Whips before the game. 0-2. We mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. They were 9-1 all of last regular season, so already more losses down. They said, we're going to get shot out of a cannon, and they have delivered. What a start.
Dorhovic's got some snappy wrists as well.
First 49 seconds, a statement has been made from Whips. You can just sense it, the energy coming out of the gate.
Well, this is a proud franchise. Since the league's inception in 2019, they've been the standard in the regular season. They're 0-2. They've been so competitive in both of those games, losing both games by 1 goal. The Redwoods, well, they're figuring things out from a chemistry perspective. Almost opposite sides of the spectrum right now.
Yeah, 2 wins, both by a goal. These are razor-thin margins, and Redwoods have been on the right side of it. Pinnell, shot clock down to 2. That's a shot clock violation. Whips. Clark mentioned it, since the inception of the league, you win that back-to-back championship in years 1 and 2. In year 1, it was against this Redwoods team in 2019, overtime, crushing loss for Redwoods. And while the rosters have turned over a ton since then, the rivalry very much remains. Cannon-Chuck on the run, that whizzes wide.
You know, you talk about that rivalry, though. There's a lot of similar faces, though, when you think about the Rambos and the Earharts of the world for the Whips. The Redwoods with Epple and Glazner, mainstays throughout this rivalry. Now you bring some fresh blood in Dordovic.
Dordovic goes low. Great save, Jack Kelly, to deny. 91 miles an hour on that Dordovic going left-handed.
So Dordovic opens up with a right-handed missile. This time he goes back to the middle field for his left hand. But Kelly was terrific last week against the Water Dogs, saving 67%, and he's been on fire. 59% on the season, and he closed the door on the Water Dogs last week. When they were down 6-0, he was the difference down the stretch, closing out all those Water Dogs shooters and held them scoreless for over 12 minutes in that game. That was Jack Kelly's best game as a pro.
Turnover, opportunity for the Woods in transition. They have numbers, and they cash in. Ryder Garnsey ties it at 1. His 9th goal of the season.
Turn him loose. Just sit back and enjoy. He is something else, Garnsey.
Coming into the weekend, Garnsey led the league in scoring with 8 goals through 2 weeks. Last night, Marcus Holman took the lead. Now at 10 goals, but Garnsey right behind. Already a goal to his name tonight. Here's Pinnell with room.
Moving pick.
Tyler Warner.
There's your one here.
And now Will Manny, the free agent signing from Archers, settles things down for this Whips attack. Spin cycle, inside. Great feed from Manny, and a terrific finish. Connor Kirst makes it 2-1 Whips. Now we spoke with Cole Kirst on Redwoods before the game. His older brother Connor beats him to the back of the net.
Some bragging rights there. How about Cole Kirst for a rookie in that interview with Dana? I mean, he's about as polished as it comes,
yeah.
right? Like,
should run for public office.
Well, he spent his 5th year, his master's year, undergrad at Lehigh, 5th year at Syracuse in the Newhouse School of Journalism, and did a fantastic job. Just a matter of time, he takes my job.
Jules Henningberg took the shot right there. He's trying to take your job too as part of our college lacrosse coverage in the spring.
It's the progression of life.
Oh, this is great passing. Everything but the finish. Lisi couldn't put it home. Two-time All-American at Maryland. Rambo, the backup. He's had a slow start for his standard to start the season.
Well, the first game, I thought last week his 4 goals and 1 assist were kind of a statement in terms of how he was able to get back to the rack and his assertive self. He's just such a strong player. You look at the size of his shoulders. Just able to eat checks.
Crossfield pass, ducking in, diving and scoring. Garrett Ledman. We have liftoff.
Garrett Ledman at Duke was a two-way mid. He played some defensive midfield. His senior year, he was an offensive star. Started the year as an alley dodger, and as the year progressed, was able to dodge from the corners, get underneath defenders, and launch through the air and stick G's like this. Well, the rookie's doing it in the PLL.
We just got to be ready to slide a little bit, but we're going to be okay. We're feeling them out right now.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Was able to see Nat's family before the game. His son Jamarcus was just on the playing field today. He's 9 years old, playing with 12-year-olds. Big, strong kid, and I follow Nat on social media and watching his boy and the love for the game that he has in the backyard and all the pickup lacrosse he's doing. He had a great smile watching Dad here today.
At practice, the Woods players didn't believe that he's only 9 years old.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's going to be a good one.
Whips getting the better of Woods in this opening quarter. And they've needed a strong start. They've been snake bitten in the first 2 games of the season, 2 1-goal losses. Shot clock down to 2, footing lost, and that's a shot clock violation. Dordovic couldn't get rid of it in time. Before the season started, we said Whips would be the last team to get their first win. I don't think anyone would believe you. They've been the most consistent team through the first 4 years of the PLL. Here's Miles Jones on the run, always dangerous, goes low. Bernlohr kept it out.
Talking about Ohio natives and the game of lacrosse growing. Kyle Bernlohr played his high school lacrosse in the state of Ohio, was an All-American goaltender for John Tillman at Maryland. Back in the state, coaching now.
He was the PLL goalie of the year a year ago.
Left!
That was his first save of the night. Whips have had the majority of the possession. That is vintage Matt Rambo. Rambo fires Whips in front by 3.
It is, and if you know Rich Rambo, I've met him a few times, you think Matt Rambo's shoulders are big. His dad has shoulders that go on for days.
That's awesome. That under the helmet powered by Cash App. Cash App powering the athletes under the helmet.
Great. What's your back here?
He's kept the shoulders too. That's, I mean, when you're in the prime of your youth, easy to have shoulders, but he's got them even today.
Yeah, yes. You think Matt's are big. Rich Rambo, like I said, that is a gift from father to son.
That's awesome.
And if you look at Matt Rambo, we laugh about it though. That is part of his secret sauce. He absorbs checks, and when he gets above goal line extended, he's so powerful and strong that the average check, I mean, he swats it like it's a fly.
Drive. Hands on, Jules.
Miscommunication there. Can't connect. Will Manny was wide open on the crease, would have scored that goal. A needed break for Redwoods. They've started slow here, and that slow start continues. They don't look like the team we saw in Albany and Charlotte. 6 turnovers already. A really sloppy start. Ledman fires lefty, saved by Jack Kelly. Here's Brian Tevlin making his PLL debut tonight, fresh off a national championship at the collegiate level with Notre Dame. What does he bring to the table?
Competitiveness, leadership. I mean, he was a captain at Yale. Yale only gives a captain to one player. And then his 6th year of eligibility, because the Ivy League lost 2, goes to Notre Dame. He's a captain within a couple of months, and they win a national championship. So it tells you about his leadership, but also his lacrosse skills and what he does in between the lines. He's a Swiss Army knife of a midfielder. He scored monster goals for Notre Dame this year on championship weekend, but he can play wings on face-offs. He can play defense. He logs minutes.
Here's Rob Pinnell. Matthew Dunn all over him. Whipsnakes defense really dialed in this first quarter, trying to get something in transition. Manny calling for it, gets it. Kicks it back for a 2! Colin Squires, right on the money, perfectly placed, and it's 6-1 Whipsnakes.
Most notably, Michael Earhart, but when you bring Squires into the mix as well, that's what's made the whip so effective over the years, too. It's Earhart in transition. A lot of times he's up at the top of the charts in the PLL in terms of 2-point attempts.
5-0 run for Whips. They have taken over this first quarter.
Last year, Earhart led the league in 2-point attempts with 15, so you sprinkle in some other Poles shooting from 2. It's part of their DNA.
Here's Jules Hanningberg trying to get something going in attack mode. Off to Garnsey. Great feed! And an easy finish for Westberg. Camping out on the crease. Great pass from Ryder Garnsey.
You have the eyes of the defense staring at you. You have that slim little margin to get it through, and Garnsey has the skill to do it.
Face-offs have been even in this first quarter, 4 apiece. Nice job, Petey LaSala. Hanging with one of the best to ever do it in TD Erlin. Ball's loose, still time left in this first quarter. Scooped up by Rambo. 10 seconds on the timer. Manny looks at the clock, knows he has to go to work.
He's got the face-off man Erlin on him. There's Big Mike.
Earhart with a blast. Way too much on it. He clocked, what, 109 earlier in this game?
Yeah, brings heat, man. It's one of the best long sticks that's ever played the game, and I don't just say that. I'm not throwing it around. He's in the category of the Dave Petromalas and the Brody Merrills of the world and the Pat McCabe's. That guy right there is in a class of just a very few select ballers.
Whips, the last team in the league without a win. Talking to the guys before the game, they said, we're going to come out and throw a big punch. Well, they did. They're up 6-2 after one. Cash App powering the athletes under the helmet. Great access, listening to the coach on the field, if you will. Eddie Glazner running the Woods defense. What adjustments do they need to make defensively as we try and get a pole call to start the second quarter?
Now look at the Whips. They've been attacking from all different areas. I mean, Rambo from behind, Dordovic up top, the Squires 2-ball. It's not like one set thing they're deficient in. Kyle Bernlohr looks like he's hurting a little bit.
Took a shot.
Take a look at this. Ouch.
It's a Quink Kesnick special.
Yeah, this looks like...
Yep. Owen Grant in his PLL debut. Bernlohr shaking it off.
Staying in cage right now. And Owen Grant with that shot. This is the rookie's first game. Owen Grant has huge upside. 81 for the Woods. First round draft pick out of Delaware. I met his father before the game too. He was so happy for this moment for Owen and the ride that they've been on as a family. He's just such a proud dad. And Father's Day weekend to be able to see his boy playing his first PLL game. It's
awesome.
Something special, yep. And Owen's got some upside. He can shoot the ball with the pole. Played at Delaware for Ben DeLuca where he's an All-American, and everyone that watched tape knew who Owen Grant was.
Zed Williams trying to pick out Will Manning. Scoops it up and reloads here. Zed passing out of the double team. Dordovic in trouble. Redwoods getting aggressive defensively, sending two. That's picked off. Owen Grant just talking about him at his PLL debut, and he's dangerous from two if he can get that long pole free.
What's your chance? What's your chance?
Montgomery
Higher.
spins back.
Next.
Great save, Bernlohr. He's had two really nice saves to start this second quarter.
Yeah, Bernlohr, goalie of the year last year in the PLL. So patient, so technically sound. Not one of the bigger goalies in the league, but he makes up for it. Tremendous lacrosse IQ and the way he plays his angles. And he looks like he's still hurting, though.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm hurting in the booth thinking about it. Here's Zed Williams. Goes low and scores!
He knows his offense is in good shape when Zed is shooting.
And Zed will be on the Haudenosaunee team in San Diego, playing in the World Championships next week. Coached by Lars Tiffany. They're my sleeper.
They've got some talent with Lyle Thompson and Zed and Dahoga Nanakoke. Defensively, do they have the power to stop USA and Canada, who will just attack you relentlessly? Now, the rules in international, it's more 6-on-6 play. That plays into the favor of the Haudenosaunee because they're tremendous half-field offense type players with the skill of Thompson and Nanakoke and Zed. If they get you in that half-field game, they can do some things. But who's going to beat Trevor Baptiste in the face-offs? Or Jake Withers, too, for Canada. Those two guys, they can mow through that tournament in terms of all the other competition.
Well, they better be watching Water Dogs film. How do you overcome Baptiste winning 88% of the face-offs?
Shoot 50%.
Yeah. Here's Miles Jones trying to muscle his way through.
Look at the speed there, closeout. Puglisi
turns on the Jets. Great passing. Zed Williams again. Back-to-back goals for Zed Williams. And that is beautiful lacrosse in transition. Meanwhile, Whipsnakes, red hot. They have hit 5 of their last 7, including back-to-back from Zed Williams. But no lead is safe in the PLL. We saw that last night. Water Dogs came back from 7 goals down in the second half to beat Atlas. And when you have TD Erlin, anything is possible. You can turn it into make it, take it. Although won this face-off and struggling to do something with it. Shot clock under 5. And that's another turnover for Redwoods. 9 turnovers already. Matt St. Laurent not happy with it.
This is a team, though, they're down 6. They came back from 6 behind last week against the Water Dogs. A team that believes.
And the whips are just rolling. Will Manny unleashes one. And it is all whips right now. 3 straight goals for them.
It's basically a work of art. If you are a young attackman and you want to learn how to shoot with the left hand, just turn on some tape of Will Manny. Now, the flip side of that is be willing to put in like 10,000 hours.
Now, this game was tied at 1, and since that, an 8-1 run by Whips to just take over this game, and
we got something here.
A fight breaking out on the O.
Kirst and Perkovic, those are 2 big boys.
Nice job by the officiating crew to break that up before it got bad.
The younger Kirst, Cole, who's out there right now, is being guarded by Connor. I want to see the little brother. He's got the ball right here. I want to see him go for a spin.
Going on his older brother.
Oh, he was close. That is bragging rights at the dinner table for years.
You think they're chirping each other right now?
No, they're the nicest kids going. I don't know if he talks back. I was surprised Colin was getting in it with Perkovic.
Swim dodge. Great save, Burnlore. Take another look at this save.
Yeah, this is a big time move by Westberg. The strength and the awareness to swim the pressure right there. And Burnlore just stays his ground. I mentioned technically sound Burnlore, right? He's just always in the right spot at the right time. No guessing. Plays the stick on stick.
Here comes the flag. Rambo! Kelly got a piece of it, but you need more than that to keep out a Rambo flamethrower. 10-2 Whips.
The goal is good. Redwoods number 81/1 minute media timeout.
It's the rookie, Owen Grant. The slash on Zed Williams. Rambo's got some range. The Whips are absolutely rolling, and their star is heating up.
Airfield, very similar venue to this. Intimate, great crowd, awesome atmosphere. Should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. How about the Whips offense? They are shooting the lights out, getting to Jack Kelly, who has only 1 save and 10 goals against. Kelly in the first 2 games of the season was spectacular. Right around 60%. Last week, 67% against the Water Dogs. But the Whipsnakes are giving Kelly fits with their shooting.
A week ago against Water Dogs, he only allowed 9 goals in the game.
9 goals, and then basically for 3 quarters only allowed 3 goals, because Kenny with the goal few possessions ago with a couple fantastic passes as well. They're really playing team ball and understanding the flow of their offense.
10 points on 17 shots, 7 different scorers for Whips.
It's exactly what you want, right? You want balanced offense. You get a defender dropping a 2 in Squires, Dordovic from up top. I mentioned the attack right now on the power play. Watch Dordovic and watch Chanachuk.
Deflects in! Dordovic threaded the needle. Rambo claiming the goal.
Well, Rambo doesn't want to claim the goal because if it hits him,
oh, true, he said it's a 2.
They're counting it as 2 because it deflected a defender,
right,
not the offensive player. So when Dordovic threw that pass, if it hit Rambo, it would have been a 1. It hit the defender in
wow. 10-goal lead for Whipsnakes. This is incredible.
Crowded! Crowded!
My coach in college used to have an expression when things aren't going well for you. When it rains, it pours. And that's the deal with the Redwoods, right? Deflections, just not their day right now.
Well, your coach in college had a lot more good days than bad days, so.
Yeah, he's the best. Roy Simmons Jr., 6 national championships, one of the best men you'll ever meet. Big reason for the way the game's played today. Coached the Gates and just gave them free rein to change the game from a creativity perspective and give a blank canvas and go to work. And after the Gates came the Powells, and after the Powells came the Thompsons. Now we're seeing the Kavanaughs and all these other players doing some ridiculous stuff, which I think stemmed from the Gates in the late 80s at Syracuse under Roy Simmons Jr.
Well, Simmons Jr., he's an artist, right?
Yes.
Lacrosse is an art form. And the Whips are Picasso tonight. Efficient, 10 of 19. A 10-goal lead in this first half. Here's an opportunity for Woods. Davis Allen poked it away. Wouldn't you be going straight to goal? Trying to get something in transition here?
Yeah, maybe hope for a 2 as well, as Garnsey lets one fly. The issue with the Redwoods, they have the most missed shots in the PLL from 2-point range. They're yet to hit a 2-pointer.
Yeah.
When you're down by 10,
you need 2s.
You need 2s. They have not been able to connect from 2 thus far.
They're just 2 of 13 shooting from anywhere today. 15% compared to over 50%.
Cursed on cursed.
The younger brother Cole going at the older brother Connor.
He wants a piece. He wants a piece. This is great.
And Woods could use it.
You know, the rest of the family's in New Jersey now watching this unfold.
They've seen it so many times in the backyard, now get to see it on the biggest stage of the sport. Birdlore's been excellent. Another save, that's 5 for him tonight. Now Connor Kirst can try and return the favor in transition. Rambo eyeing his options, finds Will Manny, who scores! Rambo, the Manny, those two finding a groove here in week 3. Will Manny, 2 goals, 3 assists. Matt Rambo, 2 goals, 1 assist. And Whip's not done. Went a little too quickly that time. He can afford a giveaway when you're up by 11, right?
Some house money.
They came into Columbus on a mission. They have a high standard. Won the first 2 years of this league in 2019 and 2020. They've been the class of the league in the regular season as well. So consistent. So to be 0-2, they knew they had to change that. They have proved that point clearly in this first half. Garnsey tangled up. Goes one-handed and scores! You'll see that later tonight on SportsCenter Top 10.
I mean, if you want inspiration as a young kid, and you want to push the envelope in terms of the way that you play the game and the creative aspect of the game, just watch 50 for the Redwoods. Every single week he does that stuff. It's nuts.
Garnsey's 2 of 3. The rest of the Woods 1 of 14. Oof. And the Whipsnakes take commanding lead into halftime. Garnsey has all 3 points for the Redwoods. But no doubt about it, Whipsnakes dominated that first half. 10 at the break. Week 3 of the PLL, wrapping things up with our Saturday night finale from Columbus, Ohio. How about that first half from Whipsnakes? Here's the thing about the PLL. Coming into the day, 8 of the 10 games to start the 2023 season decided by 1 goal. I'm not saying we're going to get a 1-goal game here, but crazy things happen in this league. We saw it last night with Water Dogs at Atlas. Dana, what you got down there?
I just caught up with Coach Nat St. Laurent, and he said, we're playing like we don't want to go 3-0. But if you know anything about the PLL, you can climb back from a lead. And they're going to change their offensive set. So you see 3 in a rainbow up top and 1 in the middle versus 2 like in the first half. I think it's working out for them.
Right on cue. Miles Jones buries it.
Yeah, the 2 ball needs to come alive at some point. Miles Jones, the veteran out of Duke, the multi-time national champ. It's do or die time for the Woods, and 15 in white knows it. So he's going to go to the rack early and often in this third quarter.
Well, that's the sloppy play we saw in the first half that plagued Woods. They recover it, though. Brian Tevlin making his PLL debut, won national championships with Yale and Notre Dame.
I don't think you hunt the 2 ball right away. I just think in the second half they have to come alive at some point. You have to be opportunistic.
It needs to be a threat, too.
Yeah, and you have to cash in on when you have the chances. But now in the third quarter, you chip away.
Tough to chip away when Bryce Young throws it right to the back of the net beautifully. Full head of steam. Nobody was stopping that.
The veteran out of Maryland, Bryce Young, on display. And it's always about the opportunistic time to shoot, right? He held and had Arden Cohn kind of pausing in that should I go, shouldn't I mode, and he made him pay.
Come on, OG!
Another turnover. That's 11 for Redwoods. Big hit. Falls to Connor Kirst. Give and go. Whip's passing has been on point. Let's take another look with our PLL game flow of the hit.
That's a good check. Matt Dunn was thinking clear. The Woods riding.
Glazner 96 miles an hour from 2. Off the mark.
Nice save by Bernlohr. You hear the defense calling for the rollback on Kirst, and he just said, I'm not rolling back, I'm going downhill. Alley dodging with my offhand, my right hand, the rookie out of Syracuse. Cole Kirst, 47 in white, showing you some strength.
Here he is again, going left, double teamed. Bulldozes right through it. Low pass to Pinnell, back up top to Jones, great feed inside, but couldn't connect to Berg. I thought that was going to be an easy catch and finish.
I don't think Berg knew he was getting that pass from Jones. It was the right idea, but just 2 teammates not on the same page.
That's been the story all night for Redwoods.
Turn, drive. Hand shy, time out.
Rambo, 2 goals and assists to his name tonight. Dordovic spins back. Whizzes one wide. It was low. He's been really impressive since he's joined the league.
Yeah, he's pro ready. I was talking to Paul Rabel yesterday. He loves Dordovic's game as a rookie. Thinks he's got huge upside, star potential.
Nice save by Kelly. Stuffed it on the doorstep. That's only Kelly's 2nd save of the game. He's been hurting in goal. Woods needed that one.
See the save by Jack Kelly on the rookie, Garrett Ledman. It's a big confidence booster for Kelly, whose saves been hard to come by this evening in Columbus.
Yeah, he struggled big time. Only 2 saves. 14 shots on goal.
Jules on a short stick is a matchup you want to stick. I mean, Tyler Warner is an elite short stick defender, but Jules can get to the rack.
He got there, just couldn't finish it. Bernlohr with his 7th stop of the night.
He looks sharp.
Left. Zero gap, here comes a pick, please. I got you. Hands on, who's one? Pull in!
Plenty of room. Will Manny didn't put enough on it. Another save for Jack Kelly. Already more saves this quarter than he had in the entire first half.
Manny looks like he's limping a little after that shot. Didn't look like he had that full torque and rotation on his shot.
Perkovic inches away there. He's got a cannon 90 miles an hour.
That's a good look by Perkovic, but even better save by Bernlohr, who's dialed back into Buckeye State. The Ohio native closing the door on the Woods.
That's demoralizing, too. You feel like you get a good shot off, perfectly placed, and denied by Bernlohr. Guardsy, another ridiculous pass, this time to Rob Pennell.
Yo, Mr. Ref, you might as well park your ass in the back of the net so you don't get hit. I went and asked him, I'm like, yo, so what's the rule to diving then? He was like, just try not to hit the goalie. Come on. Yo, Stags, who says Squires can't shoot? Yo, you grabbed my stick there cutting? You told Maddie, no, you told Maddie to stay home so you could have the camera on, you know.
Maddie was smart. He has 4 weeks off now. That's right.
Yeah, thanks.
Of course, talking about Matt Palem, who's usually the official off this week. PLL Week 3 in Columbus. All Whipsnakes up by 9. That's under the helmet, powered by Cash App. Love the intensity, the access given by Matt Rambo.
Philly's finest. Love Rambo. What a character. It's great for the sport.
Yeah, another one of these guys that'll play for Team USA in San Diego next week at the World Championships. Joked with him before the game, so you know, Rambo against Pennell on opposite sides. They'll be on the same line a week from today. I don't know how you gel so quickly when it comes to international, Paul.
I think those two complement each other too, because they can play the wing and behind. Rambo showed you today with some really strong passes. You know about Pennell, he's one of the best passers in professional lacrosse history. But I think you have some flexibility with Rambo going behind, Rob Pennell going on the righty wing and dodging too. So then when Pennell goes behind, Rambo can play the left wing. There's definitely flexibility. The key to both of those guys, though, they're selfless lacrosse players. they don't care who's getting the points. Pinnell's at the stage of his career right now. He just wants to win another gold. Rambo's in his first stint with Team USA. He wants to win a gold.
Nice save, Kelly. Read it well to deny Dordovic on the run. See if Redwoods can get something going here in the final 5 minutes of the third quarter. After getting their doors blown off in the first half, dominated in the first quarter 6-2, then lost the second quarter 7-1. They're winning the third quarter right now 2-1, but missed opportunity, and now Whips can run. Chan and Chuck from deep, could not bury it. Long outlet finds Montgomery. Here's Nakai Montgomery in transition. Pinnell decides to slow things down. Here's Miles Jones. He's dangerous from 2. Cole Kirst cooks that pass over the head of Rob Pinnell.
Now, on that last clear by Montgomery, I wouldn't mind seeing Nakai stay on the field. In week 1 up in Albany, I thought he was really good on the offensive set, too. He's playing 2 ways. He had 3 assists in that game. His playmaking ability, as long as he has the wind, which I know he does, he's an elite athlete, I'd keep him on some of those offensive sets.
Hands on! Hands on! Hands! Hands!
Here's Rambo.
Need one.
Looking to add to this 9-goal advantage. Edmond absolutely dropped. Shot clock down to 5. Miscommunication. Manny all tangled up. Brian Tevlin and Manny going at it. How about that for a welcome to the PLL from the veteran Will Manny on the rookie Brian Tevlin.
Tevlin wasn't backing down.
No, he was not. Perkovic, another 2-point threat.
Oh, that was a great time double by Bryce Young. I mean, that was a perfect double team. He saw Perkovic kind of getting bottled up, and he hit it at the exact right time.
Can't do it any better.
Yeah, look at this double. So Perkovic's trying to escape from the pressure.
See ya.
And his back is turned to Young, and Young just senses that.
Good night. 7th caused turnover for the Whipsnakes. So 7 caused turnovers, only 5 goals for Redwoods. 16 turnovers for the Woods in total.
Heads up! Who's out there?
Is it play? Rambo tracks it down. Under 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Rambo.
Check!
Inches away. Manny tried to golf it in. Kelly across his line to keep it out. Jackson Reed at the first shot. You're going to want to take another look at this.
First one hits the pipe from Reed. Smart play by Manny. There's not enough mustard on it. Kelly gobbles it up.
Let's see if Jules Hanningberg can get something going. Kirst bottled up, falls to Miles Jones. Takes it all the way back to midfield. Kirst steps into one, lets it rip, but high.
I thought Kirst had a better shot behind the arc because Puglisi closed out on him, and that's where the pressure was. I think if Kirst shot that behind the arc right away, it would have been uncontested.
Ryder Garnsey. Going one-handed again. Deflected before it could get to goal. Time for whips here at the end of the third quarter.
Top center, Kirsty.
Make it a double-digit lead.
Ready here. Going up. Hands, hands.
Ledman, who's been strong all night long. Rambo fed it inside. Good look for Will Manny. Couldn't finish it.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
5 seconds left. Dordovic. He's against the line. He really is.
He's comfortable going from behind, too. Played the entire season, actually the last 2 seasons, one at Syracuse and one at Georgetown, at attack. So you put him behind. He knows what he's doing. So do the Whipsnakes. Domination after 3 quarters.
Yeah, they have kept their foot on the gas. 1 quarter away from picking up their first win of the PLL season, the class of the league since its inception. And they have showed up here in Columbus, up 14-5.
That's fantastic.
Father's Day weekend. And if you are a Whips fan, through 3 quarters, it is going your way, up 14-5.
6 in a row for TD Erlin. It's over 70% on the evening.
But they haven't cashed in on any of it.
I think they're doing all right. They got 14 goals.
Wrong team. TD Erlin, Redwoods.
True. 14 goals. yes. I'm like,
they've only got 5.
Unbelievable! Ryder Garnsey is not human!
A hat trick for Ryder Garnsey, and they've all been spectacular.
Once again, does the unthinkable.
Yep. He now leads the league in goals with 11, passing Marcus Holman.
And I would say half of them are highlight reel type goals.
Yep. All of them have been tonight. And he's got 2 assists to go along with it. So out of Redwood's 6 points, he's got 5 of them.
It's unbelievable.
Now, I know they're down 8, but for my money, Ryder Garnsey, your early MVP of the league candidate.
He's up there.
Like saved by Cali, they're going to need more of those to come back in this game.
The crazy thing about Garnsey, though, as fancy as these shots are, they're very functional, and they actually make sense. Like the one-handed shot he had. It was a right-handed one-handed shot. The defense was draped all over him and pounding his left hand.
Garnsey again! A rocket to the back of the net. Ryder Garnsey is on fire. And he is willing the Redwoods back in this game.
Forearm holding Garnsey, doing everything in his might to stop his progression to the middle of the field. But it's the power and it's the torque and the shooting release of Ryder Garnsey.
4 goals, 2 assists. He is the Redwoods tonight. Rambo tangled up. Epple getting the better of Rambo there. Shot clock under 10. Turnover. And the Woods, for the first time tonight, actually have some momentum.
They have momentum, and they also have TD Erlin. And if TD is dominating the faceoffs, and he continues to do so, over 70%, if the Woods can find a 2-ball in here, with the domination at the stripe of TD Erlin, they have a shot down 7.
Water Dogs came back from down 7 in the second half to beat Atlas last night. No lead is safe in this league. Garnsey, 4 of 6 shooting. The rest of the Woods, 3 of 23. Here's Garnsey.
Oh, no.
He does it again! Ryder Garnsey has taken over.
The one-handed strength, when he brings that stick out with one hand, it's so unconventional that it throws the defense off. Then he finds space.
Garnsey individually, 3 goals in 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And what seemed like an impossible comeback is now realistic for the Woods. Only down 6 with 9 minutes left to play. And nobody can stop Garnsey right now. Ledman in trouble. Shot clock down to 3. And another turnover.
You know, here's the deal with Ryder Garnsey, too. I say it all the time. Kids in their backyard should try this stuff. Are they going to be able to do it like Ryder? No. But if you have the imagination, because at one point in time, Ryder was a lax rat kid who watched the Powells, who watched the Thompson, who's inspired by those guys. So when he went in his backyard, he tried all those things. And his freestyle approach to the game, Jay, was inspired by a prior generation. So if you're a young kid and you try all this stuff with Ryder Garnsey, are you going to succeed at first? Absolutely not.
You'll probably look foolish.
You'll look foolish. But every single day you chip away and you lay a foundation, and the next day is better. And your hands are getting softer. And that's the thing when I tell people all the time. When you try the unthinkable, you have to get a flow in a relaxing state in your arms, in your hands, in your body to be able to do things. The stick becomes an extension of your body. It only happens when you have the creative mind to do so. So that's why I tell people all the time, try these things. And if you do it time in and time again,
crazy things
it started for Ryder Garnsey somewhere. That's my point. It was inspired by the Powells. And Mikey Powell was the guy that he watched growing up. He did the unthinkable. Now kids are watching this guy do the unthinkable. And it's pushing the sport forward. Creativity always pushes the sport forward.
Perkovic on the run, bouncer, just misses. Redwoods with momentum for the first time today. They trailed by as many as 11. They were down 13-2. Whips have missed their last 13 shots, scoreless for the last 16 minutes. It's allowed the Woods to come back in this game. Hanningberg trying to find another, trying to get those hands free. And he does! Jules Hanningberg beats Birdlore. And don't look now, but the Redwoods are back in this game.
Jules has some game. He has some shake, and he's very two-handed. It's a 7-1 run by the Woods. We thought it was game, set, match, but Ryder Garnsey and now Jules Hanningberg are saying, not so fast, hang around.
Now it's 14-9 with plenty of time left, and you have T.D. Erlin at the faceoff X. Can he make it, take it for the Woods the rest of the way? Trying to too much on it. Garnsey there for the backup. Redwoods on a 7-1 run to get back in this game. All the momentum. And number 50, Ryder Garnsey, has a magic stick tonight. And I know each and every week, you tune in, you're going to see a crazy Ryder Garnsey goal. He's brought the consistency this year to a new level. Here's Miles Jones, couldn't get his hands free, forced it.
It's also his drive and toughness. We talk about his creativity, but he is motivated to dominate. Coming off a year where he spent in South Bend with the lacrosse team at Notre Dame that won a national title, he was instrumental in that success of that team, being one of the coaches.
What's Coach Corrigan thinking if he's watching Garnsey right now?
Well, he's probably laughing and happy as can be.
They're just back from Europe, right?
Yeah, they spent their championship celebration across the pond. They were in Spain and Germany. I lost track.
103 miles an hour from Blaisner, another former Notre Dame player. 0 for 7 on twos for Woods. That's not good. Get the ball back on the turnover, though.
They haven't hit a 2 this season. And this was a unit that a couple years ago, everyone was talking about the 2 ball with Jones and Perkovic. We have not seen it this season thus far.
Garnsey on Ledman. This is a mismatch. Double team comes in, passes out of it. Perkovic, bouncer. He had all the time in the world, couldn't finish it.
Nice pass by Garnsey. He found that double team, right? He was drawing the double. He's going to draw a double here, too.
Ryder Garnsey, triple team that time, tangled up. Ledman comes away with it. Can we just give Ryder Garnsey the MVP? Michael Harrison chimes in on Twitter. Best lacrosse player in the world right now, no debate. He just wants to win, though. You know, here we are waxing poetic. His team's still down by 5. Although they've outscored Whipsnakes 4-0 in this fourth quarter. Could it be a case of too little, too late? Dordovic, Kelly, nice stop.
Kelly has come to play too. He's allowed the Woods to get the life, right? He had 1 save in the first half. He's got 10 in the second half.
Yeah, only 1 save in the first half, 10 in the second half, as you said. Under 4 minutes left in regulation. Woods trying to complete what would just be a Herculean comeback, down 11.
And I think for the long-term success of the team. Whoa,
there's Pinell curling around the cage, one-handed goal. The Woods may be down by 4, but they will own the highlight reel tonight. These are crazy goals.
Goal line extended into his real estate. That is his signature spot where he does his question mark, where he does his wraparound. It's pure strength of Rob Pinell. The hours in the weight room to muscle himself through a defensive stance and pressure. I think he just snapped his stick too. He's heading off the field.
The Whips are shooting 1 of 16 this half. The door is open for Redwoods. Time not on their side though. Shot clock down to 3. Henningberg from in tight, couldn't finish it. Because of the 2-point shot, it is a 2-possession game, but 3 minutes left. Whipsnakes desperate to hold on.
The issue is the Woods have not had a 2-pointer the entire season.
Right. Bernlohr, risky pass, and it pays off. Kelly out of the cage. Rambo beats him. Excellent pass from Bernlohr to Rambo, and that's the cushion Whips needed. First goal in 23 minutes. Whips needed that goal. They had gone scoreless for 23 minutes. Dominated the first 3 quarters, but they've been outscored 5-1 here in the fourth. Garnsey steps into it, doesn't pull the trigger. Trying to 2 from deep. That's Owen Grant in his PLL debut, 98 miles an hour.
That was 98 flat-footed, without a giddy up and without planting his feet. Mark my words, Owen Grant will be a threat from 2 this season. If they can find ways in transition like the Whips do with Michael Earhart, like the Chaos have done in the past with CJ Costabile. A lot of times when he's the trailer on the break, he will be deadly from 2.
Garnsey again! That is 6 goals tonight for Ryder Garnsey.
Multiple dodges where he shot through defensive pressure. He didn't flat out beat Ty Warner there. Ty Warner was on him, but the stick skills and the snap and the release and ability to shoot through defensive pressure reigned supreme there for Garnsey.
Berkovic right to the cage. Bernlohr has it. Under 2 minutes, Whipsnakes desperate to cling to this lead. They were up 13-3 at halftime. They've been outscored 8-2 in this second half. Going right back to Rambo, same spot. He just beat Kelly on this and he does it again. That's not a replay. Matt Rambo with 2 clutch goals.
The deal here is the Whipsnakes have thrown 2 awesome passes.
Yes.
The length of the field. So if you have the ability to strike from that far away, that's where the soft spot will be. The problem is, not everyone can throw those kind of passes. The Whips can.
Timeout Woods.
That's what they're talking about with goal differential.
I think you got to go for 2 right here out of the timeout. Ryder Garnsey, 4 goals in this fourth quarter, 6 to his name on the night. He is the lead horse in the MVP race through 3 weeks of the PLL season. That's a costly turnover for Woods. Just a minute left in regulation. You see Kelly was out of his cage.
Yeah.
That would have been a 2.
Would have been a 2, and then for goal differential, a costly 2.
Last minute of regulation play.
Now the Whipsnakes, a dominant first half, got up by 10. Kept their foot on the gas through the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, it's been all Woods. Risky pass, but it pays off. Whips had just enough in the tank to finish this game off.
30 seconds remaining.
It's the first win of the season for a Whipsnakes team that's used to being atop the standings.
That's Will Manny from 2 on an empty net. Talk about goal differential.
That's a big swing.
There's your 2 right there when you want. They have a fantastic coach in Jim Stagnita. I thought the first half, their attack play was exceptional. 6 for 7 shooting from the front line. Had a little bit of dodging, shooting, passing, right? You saw Manny with a couple of sweet passes, Rambo dodging through pressure, shooting from the outside. It had a little bit of everything. Zed Williams dodging, finding his groove. If you're the Whips, you have a lot to be happy about. And it's hard to play with a 13-3 lead.